Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding.
How long will I love you? As long as the stars above you. As long as I can. How long will I need you? As long as the seasons need to. Or follow on their plan. How long will I want you? As long as you want me to. As long as I can. How long will you hold me? As long as your father told me. As long as you will.
One quick cut. Okay, wonderful. She's quite hot. Yeah. Which one's this? Okay. I know. Yeah.
Close are you, boys? Good day, you blokes and Sheilas. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And to any of the Welsh-speaking people in here, I'm really sorry if I said that wrong. I had a quick 2-second little test just before I went out, so I'm hoping that's right. Welcome to Manavir Castle, and thank you for being here to celebrate absolutely everything that is this sickeningly gorgeous, photogenic, model material couple that is Troy and Naomi. Okay, I've got it out. Thanks. Just a few housekeeping before we get into it. Naomi and Troy have kindly asked that there are no photos to be taken during the ceremony. We do have a photographer on hand that's going to capture every single moment, so let's just enjoy being present with these two guys right here, right now. If there are any little ladies and gentlemen that feel they cannot cope with my dulcet tones for the time being, please just let them go out of the side door. There will be no offence taken whatsoever. But you adults, you're stuck in here with me until I'm done. Once the ceremony is done, we will all exit out of the right-hand side as well and wait for the new Mr. and Mrs. to come out, and we can give them a little cheer. And finally, we just want to make it absolutely clear that Naomi was not a bridezilla or a diva. We had a few little glitches, but it was nothing to do with her. So, yesterday at 4 p.m, Troy and Nay signed to make it legit to spend the rest of their lives together. And you can't go back on that now. But today is the real celebration. Today I am truly honoured. Today I am truly honoured and humbled to help these two make it publicly official in front of their most valued and trusted and favourite friends and family. Troy and Nay, thank you so much for asking me to do this. It will be one of the highlights of my life, aside Wazza and the boys, obviously. And irrespective of if you ask me just to cut costs, I will remember this for the rest of my life. Now, it's probably no great secret to a lot of you in here that Naomi is one of the most important people in my life. Now, I'm not normally a lovey-dovey, soppy person. In fact, this has pushed me to my limits and all my lovey-dovey credits have been used up. So, Wazza, you're going to have to wait till next year until I say I love you or something like that. But I don't know if I would have thought that when you were first born and I was 8, that we would be here and you would be asking me to do this. But nevertheless, here we are, and we have shared a love of Beyonce and food, trash TV and food, exercise and food, Christmas and food, and anything that goes with food. There is no older and wiser relationship between us, and there have been many, many a times when I have FaceTimed Naomi and sought comfort and advice from her. We may all have a little bit of a laugh that sometimes the blonde hair might suit Naomi a little bit too much, but she is one of the wisest and most mature and empathetic people I have ever had the privilege of knowing, and I get to call you my best friend. And so it is no great surprise that she met and fell in love with Troy. There isn't a day goes by that I wish that me and Naomi lived in the same country. But Troy, having called you my brother-in-law well before this day, having seen the relationship that you have with our boys and vice versa, because I will say when Uncle Troy is in the room, no one else gets a look in. And having seen how much you adore Naomi, how much you see her, how much you support her, and everything you give her, it makes it so much easier for me to be apart from her. And even though you spewed in the back of my father-in-law's car at Wazza Stag, and even though you go for the Dockers, and even though you can try your hands at anything and make it absolutely easy, which is supremely annoying, and even though the first time you met my mum, you bought her flowers, which put you to the top of the favourite son-in-law list, I am so happy that you are now officially part of this family. Now, it's not just me that believes this either. This is a room full of people that have come to celebrate you. There are people that have flown from the other side of the world and spent yesterday putting up ivy and tea tree lights. And for all you Aussies out there, I know this wasn't the summer we expected, but I think I just have to say 2 words to make it happier: the ashes. But to prove it's not just me that can say all these words and feel all these things, I'd like to invite April up to say a few words on her reflections of your love and life together as only a true friend can.
Love is often described as an emotion that cannot be controlled, an emotion that defies all logic, common sense, and reasoning. It's a beautiful feeling where to love and be loved is one of the greatest blessings you can be gifted and one of the biggest lessons you can ever learn in life. Love is certainly unpredictable and knocks on your door when you least expect it. It can happen at any time, in any place, with anyone. It's astonishing, really, how within this infinite universe, across all the galaxies, the moons, and the stars, we find ourselves here in this, in this small Norman castle on the coastline of Pembrokeshire. How by complete chance your worlds collided all of those years ago, and how you had changed the course of each other's lives forever. The love you have for one another has travelled with you across land and sea to the cornerstones of the planet, from Australia through to Wales and everywhere in between. Here, you've made unforgettable memories and shared experiences that will stay with you for a lifetime. This love has stood by you on the good days, but it has stood even closer on the bad. Life isn't always simple to navigate. It's a tangled journey full of obstacles and hardships, but what you have shown is that you are strong, and together you can overcome absolutely anything that life throws at you. Not only are you both incredibly beautiful on the outside, and you look absolutely lush today, but your inner beauty of you both is unmatched. Over the years, I've been lucky enough to experience your kindness and your warmth, where we have shared so many special times together. It is a privilege to call you my friends, and my heart could honestly burst with the happiness I have for you. Sorry. Your journey together has stood the test of time, and it's been so... Sorry. And it has been such a pleasure to watch. This is the start of a new chapter in your life, where the words are yet to be written, and who knows where your story will lead. Gracie Lou is certainly the epitome of this, a little bundle of radiating energy with her cheeky character and sunshine personality. And sass. It was your love that gifted her to this earth, and she's already filled the hearts of so many. Days like today really make us appreciate the power of love and unity, where everyone has come together to share this special day. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you nothing but the most wonderful and prosperous life together, where no day is left without happiness or laughter. You both deserve everything you've ever wished for and more, where today is the beginning of always, of a new future as husband and wife, and an unbreakable promise to one another as Mr. and Mrs. Perslow.
April, do you want to come up and finish? Or that was Stella? So I do feel like now is the time for me to say that marriage is hard. There are ebbs and flows and highs and lows. And it absolutely can be. Your commitment to each other started well before this ceremony, and it will continue well after. A moment in time and the stroke of a pen can make it legally binding, but it takes love, and it takes commitment, and it takes compromise for it to be long-lasting and durable. But I feel like the thing is with you two is I don't need to tell you that. You know that it takes commitment because you wouldn't be here right now doing this. You know that there are highs and lows. I know there are people on both sides of your family that you wish could be here with all your hearts, but time wasn't on their side. And you have faced those lows together. But I also know that there are people that we are extremely grateful that are still here with us. And for those, you have celebrated those highs together. And that is what makes you two absolutely magic, is you support each other and you stand by one another no matter what. It does not matter whatever anyone else says. It doesn't matter anyone else's opinion on anything. You two stand tall and you stand strong, and that is what makes you so perfect for each other. Now, from the outside, I think it's quite clear that your values are love and respect. And when you love hard and you respect fully, you have the courage to pull each other up when you start to drift, and you have the strength to hold each other up when the other one might not be able to. And now I feel like I need a bit of a break from all this lovey-dovey stuff again, so I'm going to ask Ben to come up and take the limelight and do a reading from Bob Marley that I think is absolutely on point for you two.
Don't think I will be as emotional as April, but I'll try. Cool. Only once in your life you find someone who can completely turn your world around. You tell them the things you've never shared before, and they absorb everything you have to say and actually want to hear more. You can share hopes for the future, dreams that will never come true, goals that were never achieved, and the many disappointments that life has thrown at you. But when something wonderful happens, you can't wait to tell them about it, knowing that they'll share in your excitement too. They're not embarrassed to cry with you when you're hurting or laugh with you when you make a fool of yourself. Never do they hurt your feelings or make you feel like you're not good enough. Instead, they build you up and show you the things that make you special and beautiful. There is never any pressure, jealousy, or competition, only a quiet calmness when they're around. Getting a bit nervous actually now. You can be yourself and not worry about what they'll think of you because they love you for who you are. Things that seem insignificant to others, such as a note, a song, or a walk, become invaluable treasures. A phone call or two helps to get you through a long day at work and always brings a smile to your face. You think of this person at every occasion and in everything you do, and things that never interested you before become fascinating because you know it's important to them. In their presence, there's no need for conversation, but instead you find you're quite content in just having them nearby. Life seems completely different, exciting and worthwhile with them by your side, and you find strength in knowing that you'll have them as a true friend and a soulmate who will remain loyal to the end.
Thanks, Ben and Bob Marley. Now, I've been stood here and watching the reactions when April and Ben have come up and done their readings, and I've also been watching the reactions when you came down. And I feel like it's not just me that is in this room and trusts your love, and trusts your commitment, and trusts your compassion towards one another. But I know that I trust that you will continue to stay strong, and you will continue to love and to learn and to laugh and to cry together. But just in case there's a few people that might not still believe that, I think it's time that we let you say your vows so we can believe in it just that little bit more. So Brett, I'm going to ask you to come up as the ring goes. And what we'll do is we'll get Naomi to say her vows, and then he can put a ring on it, and then we'll get Troy to say his vows, and she can put a ring on it. Oh, Jesus. We're going to get Naomi to say first.
Okay. I promise to pretend that I'm interested when you talk to me about cricket and ask me every day to admire your bat.
Cricket bat.
I promise to pretend that I'm listening when you come home every day ranting about Jared.
He didn't make the vows, did he?
I promise that I will rinse out the dirty tins every day before I put them in the recycling bin and never refer to you as my bin man again. But most of all, I promise to always be your best friend, the person that you laugh with and the person that believes in you. But most importantly of all, I promise that I will be the person to love you forever. What do I do now?
I can't legally say anything, so all you need to do is you need to, put your hand out, and Naomi.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
I read mine to yours.
And that chubby knuckle. There we go.
Right. Today we create the ultimate team for life, and you have made me the happiest man by choosing me to share your life with. I will always be by your side and always love who you are, as well as the person that you will grow to be. I will work hard to understand your wishes, your fears, your dreams, your goals, and your choice to go for a run at 5 o'clock in the morning. I will always cherish and respect you for as long as we live. I can't wait to start this new exciting adventure with the person that I love the most in the world. Well, actually you're on the podium with Gracie, so I'm going to share that. Right.
No, whoa. Now, if this was a traditional wedding with a traditional ceremony, before we did this part, I would have asked if there is anyone that objects to this wedding. But this is not exactly traditional in this sense. And I just said a while ago that it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. And quite frankly, we don't care what anyone else thinks. So instead of people standing up or saying if they object, ladies and gents, what I'd like you to do on the count of 3 is whoop, is to cheer, is to clap, is to do whatever you want to say that you 100% do not object to this wedding. So ladies and gentlemen, little ladies and gentlemen, may you be upstanding and whoop and cheer for Mr. and Mrs. Perslow. So it is my absolute great honour and privilege, and everything else in between, by the power invested in me by Naomi and Troy, to pronounce for the second time in 24 hours, Mr. and Mrs. Perslow. Yeah, guys, we're going to exit out of the right-hand side and go downstairs into the left, and we'll wait for these guys to come down, where we can give them a little celebratory cheer.